Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this little math sheet for, I don't know, it could be for your kids or if maybe for your students or maybe for yourself. I don't know, but hopefully it'll give you some ideas about other ways that you can use this. So let's get started. So I've got a math sheet here. It's on my website in the download section, www.knowitsooner.com. And I've got a sheet one, that's the one we'll work on. I've got the completed one here down at the bottom. Now I wanted to show you how it works first. I've got 40 questions here and I would print it off, file print. Now I've already gone in and set up all the column widths and print areas and things like that. But this is what it would print like. So the first one is 9 minus 4. And then it's 8 minus 4, 7 minus 5. It's randomized. So remember that 9 minus 4, 8 minus 4, 7 minus 4 over here, 6 minus 5. Okay, I'm going to hit my F9 key. And look what just happened. 9 minus 3, 6 minus 5. Hit it again. 5 minus 5, 9 minus 5. What it's doing is it's updating because there's a formula in there. It's called equals rand between, and it gives you the upper and lower. So this first one, I want it between two certain amounts. Now I've got them over here. The lower is 5 and the upper is 10. So down that whole left-hand side here, you'll never see something lower than 5 or higher than 10. If I go over here and I change it to 20, okay, now you see between 5 and 20. If I change the lower to 10, now you'll see between 10 and 20 inclusive. So we can utilize these guys to help us out with this idea of what range do we want. Maybe we've got some, I know, grade 6 kids, you want the upper limit is 100 and the lower limit is 10, sure, whatever, or 50. Maybe you're just trying to do like 3 digits. So it's 999 is the upper and the lower is 100. So I'm going to take all of these because I've got way too much now. I'm just going to make them just a little bit bigger because we just need to do that to have those ones. I didn't really mean to do that. I didn't want that one to be as small as it needs to be. But anyway, you can see it here now. We've just been playing with the first number. We haven't been playing with the second number, so that's why the second ones are so funny. The other thing that we've got here is we've got this operator. If I change it to plus, okay, now they're all pluses. If I change it to multiply, now they're all multiply, or you can type in a capital X. So this is meant to just have it as a printout. It's not meant to have it as a online here, like, oh, I'm going to type in the answer and it's going to tell me if it's true or not. That's another day, maybe. This is just for printing it out. So you're going in and you're saying what your highest is and then what your lowest is. And if you look here, then we've got the second number, and the second number is the same as the lower first number. So that in the case of a minus, you're not going to have 5 minus 8 or something like that. So it's in my case here, the first number is always going to be the higher number, and then you've got your second number. If you're just doing multiplication or something, it doesn't really matter. You can go 5 and 10. But if it's subtraction, then you don't want it to do something like this, 5 minus 6. Okay, so I'm going to make that, I'm going to undo that, make it 5 and 3 and 10 and 5 again, and I'll show you how we did that. So let's go to sheet 1, and I'm going to go to the first spot here. This is where the first number goes, and I'm going to go to the little FX button, insert function. It has over 500 functions in here. I'm going to go in if I see if I used it already. No, I didn't use it already. It's not in the most recently used, so I change it to all. Then I just click on one of them and I just start to type R-A-N-D. Now there's one called rand, but I like the one called rand between because it'll allow me to put the upper and lower. So I'm going to click OK, rand between, and then OK. And then just to kind of show you manually how you could do it, let's say that the bottom is 50 and the top is 100. And then you could OK that and then make it a little bit bigger And then I can double click. Oh, I can't double click because it doesn't know that it's all the way down. So I can click and drag it down. And there it gives me a bunch of random numbers between 50 and 100. But like I was talking about before, I'd like some flexibility of being able to just pick different numbers. So I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to get rid of where it says bottom. And I'm going to click on this guy over here. So my first number lower. And then because I'm going to be dragging it down, I'm going to hit F4. And then the top is the upper F4. So it's going to look at those two cells and figure out what it needs to do. So it has not copied it down yet. I think I probably could have done double click there, but now it's looking at between 5 and 10. So if I change this to 100 and this one to 50, there we go. So that works well. Now the other number, we're going to do it again. We're going to go FX, and this time I'm going to change it to most recently used, rand between. It's right there. And the bottom number in this case is this guy right here, F4 to make it absolute. And the top number is going to be this guy, F4 to make it absolute. Click OK. And double click that time worked because there was other stuff around it that it could see. So there you go. Now we've got between 50 and 100 on the first one and between 3 and 5 on the other one. So we could change those if we wanted. Now, is it plus or minus or multiply? Is it divide? What is it? Well, it's this cell right here, whatever's in there. So I'm going to go equals, click on this guy, hit F4, because again, I'm going to drag it down and I don't want it to change. So double click, and there we go. So now I could go over here and I could say, well, the second number, that's 50, is the upper and the lower is maybe 30. So we're wanting to be in that range. So if you've got it all and it works all nice and beautiful, I'm gonna copy that, Control C, and I'm gonna put it here, and it copies it over, and then I've got it all selected. I'm gonna double click it, and there I've got an entire sheet. So I could print these off, and then when I want another copy, I could hit F9, hit F9 again and print, and F9 and print, and F9 and print, and F9 and print. You can go over here at any time and change these guys as well. So I hope you could use something like this. I searched and searched around on the internet for a little practice sheet for my little niece, and I couldn't really find anything that I liked. So I hope this can help you out. And if you need any other instruction on this, how I did the columns or the borders or the print area or whatever, take a look at taking some of our courses or give us a call, see how we can help you out with your Microsoft stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next time.